We're at 9051 Crimson Oak Drive in Florence, Kentucky. We're doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. And so we're looking for any structural issues, root intrusion, anything that may be of concern to the buyer. Our access is a PVC stack in the rear right, unfinished area right next to the hot water heater and air handler for the HVAC. And we're looking for something here. We have some, as a note, you can see that this floor drain is kind of backing up a little bit. It is holding water, and so we're expecting that the whole line may be holding water. So, as we go down through here, but it doesn't look like this is. So what we may end up having to do is I may end up trying to see where this is running and to see if there's a possibility that it may be before this, and maybe there is a clog or something before it gets to this stack. I may be behind it. Kind of depends on if this runs out the front or out the rear. And so here is what looks like a clean out or a connection here from the top. And so what I'll do is when we get back, I'm going to see if I can locate that spot to see if we can get access, because then I may be able to go upstream from there and look at the line a little better. And we got a little bit of toilet paper on the camera there. So there's been a lot of water run already, testing the fixtures and stuff. And so you would think that all this would have, if it was backing up from the whole line, then obviously we would be in water now. This would be all full. But again, I'm not sure where this goes, whether out the front or out the back. But I mean, so far structurally the line looks great. So it may be just a situation where where it's just the drain and just some of the air is pushing back on it and causing it to fluctuate a little bit. So 50 foot here, we're switching over to, it's another form of PVC. This usually indicates the difference between what the builder put in as far as with the house. A lot of times when you have the developer and the builder, a lot of situations it's the same person if it's a large neighborhood, but the same company I should say. But they run this SDR 35, which is a green PVC rated, slightly different rating, and they install the mains and all that, and they stub up a pipe out onto the property, and then when the home is built, they use the Schedule 40, the white stuff, and they connect the two together once the house is built. And so usually you have, like you saw there, a big drop off, and then it goes into switches over to the green, because they had to get it down to the point where they could connect to the stuff that was installed when the land was developed. So, but we've made it all the way to the main, and I didn't see any structural issues at all. And so what I may try to do is take my camera and kind of push it on through this floor drain and see if this opens up. Structurally the line looked great all the way out. Now again, we could be past the point where that the line could come over and be clogged before my access point is, and it's just clogged up on the inside of the house. But we'll have to take a look around and see if there's any other access points. I didn't see any. It's not visible. It's probably under the carpet or something. So I think it was right around in here. Oh, it was right around 30 feet. Actually right here. I thought it was right before I turned down. There it is there. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to go get my locator so we can figure out where this other access point is, and possibly get access and be able to go upstream to see if we can figure out what branch the line is backing up or if it's just this floor drain. Okay, so we are directly underneath what I believe used to be an old clean out. There's a line that runs down the outside wall in the rear where they have what looks like a kind of a rough in for like a kitchenette or something in the rear of the basement. But since there's no other access and we flushed the toilet and the water's making its way all the way, the line does go out the rear. There's no access to the stack in the front left corner of the house. That's if you're facing it, and so that would be the ideal, most upstream part of the line. But looks like all the water's getting out, so we're gonna finish pulling back. I mean, structurally the line looks great from here out to the main. So I'm going to try to take my camera and we're going to try to see if we can go through. See, there's the branch and it is coming through about the same speed and amount that's going into it. And so we're just going to try to go through this floor drain here. We'll see if we can get this to open up a little bit. I think I just opened it already. There we go. It is definitely holding something. Looks like there's a blockage. Maybe I can get my camera to go through there and pop it open. There we go. I have to try to get some. I think that's right where the stack comes in. So, I think what we need to do is try to run some water down through this floor drain, and just looked like there was a blockage right at the floor drain. You can see where the water is going through. So I'm going to pause the video and try to find a way to get some water down to this point so we can flush this out a little bit. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pour some water down through here and be able to watch it flush it out. Oh, kind of hard to pour now. There we go. Should have flushed all that debris out. Looked like it did a pretty good job. I'm going to have to do another bucket. Yeah, it looks like we got most of it out. I'm going to bounce the camera around in here a little bit. See if we can get that. There we go. It's loosening up. Okay. So yeah, looks like we got all the debris out, and cross took it. There should be water flowing down through here, so we'll leave the water running for a little while just to flush the rest of the debris on down the main line. But the line should be open now. So, line looked great. There were no structural issues. Everything was everything looked great. No low spots or bellies. Just the floor drain here from the condensate. Looked like there was just a buildup of stuff there in that floor drain. It was the only thing that was backed up. So we got that open, and maybe good to come down and dump. Doesn't get a whole lot of constant. Doesn't get a whole lot of heavy flow, so it. Sometimes this stuff builds up in the trap and can clog it up when there's not a whole lot of heavy flow down the line to flush it out. So it may be a good idea to come down and dump a little bit of water through it every now and then to flush it out. But I think at this point it took 25 years for this to happen, so it would take a while. But the rest of the line looked great. No issues found, so that'll end the inspection at 9051 Crimson Oak Drive in Florence, Kentucky.